Good morning. It is Friday, April 22nd, and today I am headed on a trip. I have not been to Las Vegas since 2019 because the conference that I typically would go to was canceled for a couple of years. But it's happening again this year, so I am headed there today. But for the first time ever, I am going solo. I've always either had a significant other or my mom with me, but with schedules and various other things, it just didn't work out this year. So it's just me, and it's going to be different and interesting, and I have a little bit of nerves about going by myself, even though I know I'll be fine, but this is the longest solo trip I'll have taken. Luckily, it's a place I've been before and I'm somewhat familiar with, and I have my conference, so I have my classes and trade show and all of that to keep me busy as well. But I do have some things planned, some things I want to check out, some things to do for fun on my downtime. So I'm gonna bring you along with me. You're gonna be my travel buddy and keep me company and see what I'm up to. And I know I say this practically every time I vlog going somewhere, but I'm going to do my best to be brave and just take you with me as much as possible, vlog as much as possible, because even if people stare, I don't know them. They'll stare for the minute or so that they walk by, and then I'll never see them again. So I really shouldn't care. But we'll see if I can make that true when I get there. And of course my battery is flashing at me. I'll have to swap it out with my other one. But that will force me to keep this brief. So I'm headed out this morning. It's going to be a long day of flying, but I will check in with you when I can. Let's go!
This flight crew and Southwest Airlines, welcome to Viva Las Vegas.
Hello! After a long day of flying, I have made it to Las Vegas and my home for the next almost week or so. So some of you have been here before, some are new, so I'm going to show you around. I still think this is probably the nicest hotel room I've ever stayed in, and I really enjoy it. So I'll give you a quick tour for those of you who haven't seen it before. Starting with the entrance that has a electronic do not disturb in housekeeping signal as opposed to the paper hanger door ones. Then we open up into this little bar area over here, with an ice bucket, cabinet, which has shelving and storage in it. Then come to the lovely king-size bed with telephone number 1 that also has what looks like an alarm clock on it, even though there's also an alarm clock over there. But maybe you need to set 2 different alarms, who knows? I feel like we should shed some light on the subject. So there's the bed, there's a little bench in case you need to sit and put your shoes on or whatever. Closet with not 1, but 2 full-length mirrors to check out your outfit in. Place to hang your clothes. Oh, they saw me coming. Look at extra blankets. And a safe and more storage. Though I will say, one thing that's going to be nice about solo traveling is I can keep the thermostat at whatever temperature is comfortable for me, because I don't have to think about anybody else and whether it's too hot or too cold for them. Although when I came in this room it was a bit warm, so I'm going to turn it down even more because it's feeling a bit toasty at the moment. But it is nice to know that I can have it at my perfect comfort level and I will not freeze. Moving on. Over here we have the kitchenette with drawers in case you want to bring silverware. I think people rent these like condos almost, so you could own one and have all that stuff here, but since I'm just using it as a hotel, I don't have that stuff. very important coffee machine. And coffee, let's make sure they've got regular here, not just decaf. I think it must be regular. Then sink, stovetop, which I will likely not be using, but it's there if you want it. See places for dishes if you wanted. Microwave, that could come in handy if I have leftovers, because they've also got a fridge here, so I can bring back leftover food and be able to heat it up instead of having it go to waste. Flat screen TV, then come over here where you've got this table in case you need to, I don't know, have a meeting or do any work or anything like that. Another phone, phone number 2. Then we've got this nice sitting area here for everyone to hang out, me, myself, and I. And then let me show you the view if I can not get too afraid because I'm on the 29th floor. Nice city view of the strip and the buildings. So that's that. What's below us? Oh, just parking lots. Oh, there's a pool over there. I wonder if that's one of our pools. Can't tell. Might be. I did have a little snafu upon check-in because when I went to my room, neither of my keys worked, and that was on the 33rd floor, but turns out the door was broken. It wasn't me. The door was broken, and they were going to have maintenance come, but luckily they could just put me in a different room so I didn't have to wait for maintenance. Also, real quick, before we continue the tour, I gotta tell you about girl problems real quick. Don't click out, it's not what you think. But I painted my nails yesterday morning to be ready for this trip, thinking then they'll last and be good for the whole week. Of course not. This one decided to chip on me, which is going to bug me. And let's hope it doesn't get any worse, because then I'm gonna have to find some way to take care of them, because I can't walk around with chipped nails. I'm just not that person. But I know, there's much bigger problems, but that is something that, oh, I just noticed I might have a mark from my mask. Anyways, I'm getting way off topic. Let's finish the tour. To what is my favorite part, the glorious, luxurious dream bathroom with the gigantic whirlpool tub. Separate shower. Isn't it glorious? Then 2 sinks, a little magnifying mirror should you need it, gigantic other mirror, bathroom TV, in case you need to watch TV while you're in here, and then separate toilet with phone number 3, because you know, people often have to make calls while they're on the toilet. Though I suppose if you had, say, your family staying in another room and they were trying to call you and you were the only person and you had to get the phone, I guess that could be a scenario, but most of the time I don't know people picking up the phone while they're in the bathroom. Who knows? Very fancy and nice. So there you go. That's the tour. That's where I will be staying. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me with all the loud music going on around me. It's unavoidable in Vegas. It's everywhere. But when in Vegas, had ice cream for dinner because I wasn't feeling super hungry for a big dinner, I think because of the time change and all of that. So I just got myself some Haagen-Dazs. Probably the most expensive ice cream ever, but I forgot how expensive food in Vegas is. Oh, I really don't know if you're gonna hear me, but oh, I look tired too. So I'm gonna eat my ice cream and enjoy and then head back to the room. It's just coffee. They didn't have that much option of flavors. I'm back at the room and the tiredness is really setting in now, but I decided to pick up a few postcards to send to people back home. I don't think I've sent a postcard since I was a kid, but I just thought it would be kind of fun to do for people. So I'm going to write those now so that I can mail them out tomorrow so that they'll get home before I do. Then I'm probably going to lay out my clothes for tomorrow and start to get myself ready for bed. But that's all for now. It is just about 10 o'clock Las Vegas time. I've been up for I don't know how many hours and exhaustion has set in. So I'm heading to bed to get a good night's sleep, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. I didn't sleep the greatest, woke up a lot, but ready to start my day. I found out last night that my fave breakfast place, the Bellagio, that had the best bacon and coffee ever, closed a couple years ago, apparently. I did not know that. So, gonna have to try a new breakfast place this morning, and I think I'm gonna head to Caesar's Palace because it said they have a place there, and I was also planning to kind of walk around the Forum shops this morning, see what they've got there, maybe pick up a few souvenirs before class because I have class at 12:30. So then I'll have to go over and get my badge and head to class, and I've got 2 classes in a row, so it's gonna be like, oh gosh, potentially 7 to 8 hours of class because it doesn't get done until like 6, well, maybe not 7 or 8 hours. I can't do math right now, it's too early, but it's gonna be a long time. But hopefully they'll be good. But yeah, I'm headed off to get my monorail pass, have some breakfast, and I'll check in with you at breakfast. Plus, in Vegas, they always bring you water, even if you don't ask for it, which is nice. And I went with a standard of eggs, bacon, and toast because while I'd love to go for the sweet breakfast because it's my favorite, I also needed to sustain me through classes and stuff, so I didn't want to have it be, I eat something sweet and then I'm hungry an hour later. So hopefully what I got of eggs, bacon, toast, and home fries will hold me over better. And I really hope you can hear me, and this isn't all for nothing. Breakfast has arrived, and it looks delicious. And I very much appreciate that they don't pre-butter the toast, because most breakfast places do that, and I don't like that. So I like that this place doesn't. Let's see how it tastes. But I don't know if anything ever will be, but it's good, and actually so far the potatoes are the best thing. I like the seasoning. I made it to the Forum shops at Caesar's. It's not super crowded right now, which is nice, because usually when I'm here it's like wall-to-wall people, but it's got some very high-end fancy shops, and I'm going to see if I can find something more in my price range, because right now I'm looking at Fendi, Cartier, Versace, just to give you an idea. H&M is definitely more my speed and price range, except it appears to be closed now that I'm getting closer. Isn't that fun? Oh, are all the stores closed? Maybe that's why there's nobody here. Oh my goodness. Okay, they're supposed to open at 10 and it's 10:02, so I couldn't tell you. I'm gonna keep walking for a bit and then come back. This is a coffee shop that I've seen that is only located off strip, so it's hard for me to get to. But they are opening a strip location, but unfortunately not till summer. So I guess it'll have to wait till my next Vegas trip, but it's very girly and fun, and I think I would like it. Plus it's coffee. How can you go wrong with pink and coffee? So maybe next time. It's called Cafe Lola. Of course, I've got to check out my fave dream shop while I'm here. It's a bit out of my price still, but I love it, and it's the only time I get to check it out is when I'm here. So I'm gonna see what they have. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll have a giant sale. Probably not, but not as many patterns and colors as I normally like. And I like that little pale pink skirt that I was showing you until I saw that it was $225. And I said, no way, I can't even think about it for $225. So that didn't take long, but I'm gonna see what else they've got around here, maybe head back to H&M and then see what time it is. It doesn't appear I'm gonna get much souvenir shopping done here because there's really not any of those shops. So I will have to do that at another time, but I am at least going to hopefully try to find some water for later, maybe a snack to have for class, but we'll see. Luckily, H&M is now open, so let's go see what they have. I didn't see anything in there, and can someone tell me why everything is cropped? I don't want to wear cropped clothing, but believe it or not, my feet are already hurting, and it's not the shoes, it's just the amount of walking. Let's see how many steps I've done already. It doesn't sound like a lot, only 6,300, but I guess because it's constant. My feet are feeling it already, which is not a good thing because I got a long way to go today. But I don't think there's anything else I really want to look at here, so I gotta figure out where I want to go next because I still got a little time to kill before class, but not enough time to venture too far, so I'm gonna have to figure it out. So I think I'm gonna sit here a minute, rest my feet, and figure out where to head next. I'm using my phone to vlog right now because there's too many people out, but I had 2 good classes that I'll tell you more about after. But right now I'm heading to the new resort hotel that's called Resorts World. It's by Hilton, and I've not checked it out yet. However, it seems like quite the walk, and you know my feet have already been hurting for hours. So I will see how far I get and if I think I can make it, and hopefully it's worth it. But I'll show it to you now if I can. So that's it up ahead, that big red one, if you can even hear me. I know it looks close, but it can be very deceiving, so we'll see. I'm happy to say I finally made it, and so far it's a nice new modern hotel. It evidently was once the Stardust Hotel, but of course they blew that up and then apparently built this. It's been years in the making, as I looked up before coming, and it was delayed and delayed and then finally finished, I think maybe about a year ago. So let's meander and see what we can find. I'm also hoping there might be a food option here because I'm getting quite hungry. Theater where Carrie Underwood's performing. Unfortunately, she is not here when I'm here, so I wouldn't get to see her, but if she was here, I'd definitely be trying to see the show, but maybe next year. It's been a long day, but let me catch you up. So for class, the first class I did was a class on how to better use your iPhone for production, and I learned a lot of the inner workings of the iPhone camera and better ways to use it, so hopefully I'll be able to test some of those out soon. After that, I did a TikTok boot camp, which taught me a lot more about TikTok as well, though I still don't know if I'll be using it for myself, but I can always do it for Duncan's accounts. But I found both classes quite interesting. They were long though, about 3 hours each. I don't know if I said that already. And then, as you saw, I did make it to Resorts World. I'm glad I went because it was a new place that I haven't been before because it wasn't here before. And I've been to a lot of the other hotels and resorts, but I try to hit up the new ones when there are new ones and I'm here. But I don't know if it's anything to write home about, so I'm glad I went, but at the same time I didn't find it to be anything really special, and the restaurants were very expensive or had about a half-hour 45-minute wait, so I ended up getting pizza, which was fine because at that point I was hungry and tired and just wanted to eat something. Then I opted to take a taxi back to my hotel because at that point it was, oh gosh, nearly 7, and 1, being really tired, 2, being by myself, 3, having a long walk, and having to walk on the strip at night while tired, I know is not a good combination, so I opted to take the safer I opted to take the safer route of taking a cab back so that I could feel safe getting back, and I'm happy with that decision. But now I need to shower and get to bed because it's about 8 o'clock and I'm quite tired. And I'm going to have another busy day. Let's be honest, every day here is going to be busy, but tomorrow is Instagram controls my day, and you've already told me what to do for breakfast, so you'll find out what that is tomorrow. And we'll see what the rest of the day brings, because I don't think I have a class till late in the afternoon, so you can control my day up until then and possibly after then. But now, time to shower and get some sleep, so I'll probably say goodnight now, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Instagram controls my day footage.